Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging. Great fanfare here in Indy. There get set to match up with the Tennessee. Lurching closer toward the midway. And we're underway on EA Sports.
Pulls it in at the 30. Get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
A confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 2.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He'll check this one down to Taylor. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Well, he was a busy man out in the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. It's 1st and 10 at the 14.
Wentz going to give.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor.
His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before.
And always sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
But no surprise coming off a 2,000-yard season. It was Derrick Henry who totaled the most yards after contact in the NFL last year, and he's up to his old tricks here.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
Now a first down throw. Tannehill steps away. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
These two teams met in Indy earlier in the year with the Colts coming out on top. So if they can find a way to win here in Indianapolis, they would take the season series 2-0. 2nd and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. Now Tannehill rolling to his left. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. They snap it to Tannehill.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off at the 28. There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6. And just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that? What was
maybe
that?
they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this round. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Yeah, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he had made up with...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Bud Dupree coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Throwing on second and long. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. From the gun, it's Wentz.
This will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal. Blankenship's kick is good.
And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Isaiah Rodgers up to make the tackle.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Tannehill now to throw. On the move to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
And they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
That last throw moves him past 27,989 yards for his career, so that means he moves ahead of the blonde bomber, Terry Bradshaw, on the all-time list.
And boy, he loved to throw it.
The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. 16-0, that's the score after one on EA Sports. To the air again, Tannehill. Forced out to his left. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Tannehill. Steps away to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Quiddy Pay able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends of what we've seen so far.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Now, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. From midfield, here's Wentz. And he'll find Hall. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for Indy.
Taylor will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Blankenship out for the point after.
And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This is taken just shy of the 10. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Titans.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
Bullock good on the extra point, and the lead's down to 2 scores now at 16. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the gun, it's Taylor. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 44, Wentz. And that's going to be taken in by Ashton Doolin. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 27-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Wentz now to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And bulldozing his way through. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play that time for the Titans.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill out to his left. He'll have a first, and now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it, and the Colts pick it up. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talent, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 12-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now a play fake. Wentz. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Cameron Batson now from his end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Tannehill on first down. This will go to Henry out wide. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Buying time to his left. He's going deep for Brown. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Colts are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, it's territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And Wentz going to slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they can wear the team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. On second down, it's Taylor. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him. And once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT.
And the lead is now an even 30.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Here's Batson now, bringing it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back.
And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 18. Interceptions. Is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
They'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visiting Colts who won that first matchup. So they'll look for the season sweep here back home in Indy. Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27.
To throw is Wentz. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Taylor. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Carson Wentz keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Here's Batson now, bringing it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
He's going deep for Brown. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Trey Brown. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6th one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Wentz. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Hall. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now Wentz. And the catch made by Johnson. Touchdown, Colts!
Tyron Johnson.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Colts get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead will swell by 1 more.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Tannehill. Being chased out left. He'll have a first down past the 40.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quitting him.
0.
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it, and the Colts pick it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down the defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. Room here to run. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 129 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So that'll back him up 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Now Wentz. A throw on the money there to Doolin. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage. And
he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Colts are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Blankenship out for the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Blankenship out to kick off. Here's Batson now, bringing it out of the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
On first down, it's Tannehill. That's complete to his tight end, Ferkser. And some space here. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. On first down, Wentz. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
Another try after the first down sack. Wentz. And Wilson with it, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
They'll fake the give to Taylor. Now Wentz.
Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Wentz now on first down. Flush to his right. And he's got it. Touchdown! Carson Wentz with touchdown pass number 4 on the afternoon.
And the Colts look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes, carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that will extend this big lead.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Here's Batson now, bringing it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, man.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill, throw left side complete. That's Henry. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Dancing to his left.
He's got his tight end over the middle. That's Ferkser.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And this one too low. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Here's Johnson with a reception. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A big play there on the catch and run.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the next-gen stats are going to tell the story. And wow, what a story it is. Nearly a wonderful 23 miles an hour. One of the fastest plays on record, folks. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead will swell by one more.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Let's just be frank. For pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
Now a first down throw complete downfield.
And he'll be taken down inside Indy's 15-yard line. A big play that time for the Titans. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
On first down, Tannehill eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
To throw on second down is Tannehill. Forced out to his left. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, it's complete. A diving grab there by Brown. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And how about this? Fourth and long, and they're going to go for it. Desperation time for Tannehill on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Colts are going to take over with a football. Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. Wentz now on first down. Steps away to his left. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game.
At the 35-yard line.
Second down and 7. On play action, it's Wentz. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. But Charles,